I don't think they can see
And find them.
invisibility.
All right. I don't want to
Possibly-
I don't want to.
You would, sorry about that, Tiberius.
No, that's fine.
The only thing that you would think would be some kind of like maybe a tremor sense, Vey.
Alright, they may.
Which
If we
could
stomp too
possibly-
loudly, they could pick up on that.
The Earth ones, okay.
Yeah.
And Widow, when you saw them, you said they were just standing around. They weren't like milling around. They were just standing around like they were guarding something.
They were standing
So-
there like they were guarding something, or like they were commanded to guard the area, possibly, in case
There you
somebody
go.
comes through here that's not supposed to.
Okay, I'm thinking that we don't have the tools to successfully get by them, I don't think. Whatever we do, there's going to be an element of risk that we're spotted.
I get it. An element of risk. Oh, you kill me, Vey.
There might be an elemental of risk, even.
Well, obviously I can go in there and I can potentially assassinate and take one of them fairly far down, but that's going to leave me in there with 3 elementals, and I've been in that a similar situation to that before with Ettins.
Alright, you don't
It's
want
not-
to do that. when
Not
there's
something that I
a perfectly good choke point right here in the hallway.
correct. So we could lure them, and like you say, they can't get through here only one at a time. So
I have one other thing that might be crazy. That I could create an undead and dress him up like a whatever and just walk him in there and see how he reacts. Maybe make him run to the other area and pull him. I don't know.
Why not just to see if they're...
Wait, I can't do that because I don't have those components, it looks like.
I mean, we could just shoot an arrow down the hall.
Yeah, right.
And pull them down here.
Just call for them to come.
Shall I make some noise in the corridor?
And save your arrow.
I would suggest that Trump take some sort of defensive stance until we know how powerful these things are, and then he could just block the
they're
hallway.
elementals. I can blade barrier the side of the... I can put up a blade barrier on the side of the... like a choke point.
The problem is we want to make sure that we choke them, but not to the point where everybody, especially
overthinking
myself, can't get in there and fight them. So I would suggest that we up as a...
They're overthinking it.
Check.
Wait, I missed that last part.
They're
Oh,
level
okay,
13.
yeah.
All right,
no
here.
problem.
These are challenge
Because
rating
then
5
Trump and I
creatures.
could stand next to each other,
I
think.
do love the
Can we both
strategic
fit in here?
aspect of this, though.
Because it's a little wider right here.
Well, if you would be much easier to walk around if you weren't on those stupid pedestals. No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
Dumbass.
Pick a square.
Yeah, that's right. Pick a square.
Pick a square, any square.
All right, so I think that's a good idea. Maybe you and Trump go out first. I'll hang back and I'll throw some heals at you if you need it. And then, do we want to? So, what do you want to do? You want to lure them away, or you guys just want to flat out attack them, or what? What's your plan?
I was thinking just making some noise, trying to get their attention, that they come towards the hallway.
All right, so now you have
are
3
boring.
elementals. You're not walking into; they're walking towards you.
They just have two
How is
attacks,
that? How is
so
that a helpful plan?
Nothing else.
I think they cannot get all 3 at the same time to us.
Oh, through the door. They
Gonna
can
grab
only
the
come
door real
one.
quick, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Can we both fit here? Because I'm looking at the lines and it's not really
Yeah, you're not
lining
gonna
up.
be
We
able to,
may have to step back.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to fit 2 wide. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to do it there.
Okay, Dave. So I think what I'm going to do is before we jump into this room, since we're kind of prepared, I'm going to do a death ward on
Sorry about that,
Misty's
everybody.
character.
Widow.
And I'm sorry. Yeah, Widow. Sorry. And I'm gonna.
Isn't that the one that kind
basically-
of works like Spare the Dying, maybe?
Yeah, when the first time I'm just basically protecting from death, and the first time it goes to 0, instead of doing that, it goes to 1, and then the spell ends. And then if there's a spell that would kill it instantly, all the effect is negated and the spell ends. So it's kind of just like a get out of jail free card. It's a 4th level spell, and I was going to burn 1 for Misty and then 1 for Lord because, you know, every time Lord has a character, he kills it, and I didn't want Crazy to be
he has him
mad.
running by now, Tiberius.
I know, yeah, he was just getting ready to. I think we stopped.
Especially he's got a 13th level fighter at his disposal.
I know, that's kind of crazy.
Really?
But yeah. So, but I don't have enough spell slots. I mean, I could do it, but I want to save 1 more spell in case I need to do Guardian of Faith, which is a kind of a powerful 4th level deal for me. So after we came up with this plan, Tiberius kind of murmured a little bit, held out my holy symbol, and then I touched Widow right on the nose, and a golden light just went through her nostril and all the way through her brain, and just bathed her in protective light.
Out her ears and into her eye sockets.
Yep. Then kind of circled around her. Well, anyway, I think we probably want to keep it clean. So, yeah. So
Why now?
And that's right. Why start now? Yeah.
Start now, right?
All right. This is total another kind of role play, but so I tell her, okay, I think you're good. You're protected.
Thank you, Tiberius.
I know. You know me. I'm always fast with the protection.
They could have found out a lot more information if they would have used speak with
That's
the
good
dead.
to know. God forbid there might be more than one of you in this world.
So that's an 8-hour. That's an 8-hour protection, and I went ahead and drug that on your character, so you're good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and then I'll step off to the side and let
They're
Shrump and
totally
Misty
overthinking
kind of
this.
go in front.
So we ready?
I believe.
I'm
As ready
ready.
as we can get. We can always go back to the maze.
I yell down the hall, "Hey, dumbass!"
Shrump turns around and looks at you.
I start putting my long sword against my shield and like bashing my shield a little bit so I can
Okay.
make noises.
You can
Like,
see that
come and
I
get
mean-
me.
the
Stephanie,
elemental.
Tiberius, if you want to be a human shield for me, you know that's just fine.
Yeah, the elemental moves to about right here, looks down the hall, and just stands there. As you know, as you're looking at this elemental, about 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, and you can just see that all of the this vortex of earth, this rock, this dirt, pebbles, large rocks, making this huge humanoid type of rock just standing there and just looking at you. You can hear the rumbling going on.
I kind of hold out my hand and do the little come hither thing with my finger,
Yeah.
bring it.
It continues to just stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it continues to stay there.
Too bad we don't have any kind of missile weapons.
Look at the group.
It's not like you got a rogue and a mage with you right
No, it's not. I pull out my bow.
now. Okay. Roll initiative, because as you're pulling out your bow, this elemental reaches into the vortex of all of these rocks and whatnot and pulls out a pretty nice chunk of a boulder and looks like it's going to hurl it at you. So go ahead and roll initiative.
See you later, Jerry.
Hmm. Nice rolls. Just waiting for. Looks like Vay got it. Who are we waiting for? Anyone?
You're waiting for me, Dave.
Yeah, old Tiberius. The old caboose.
Tighten up, Tiberius.
All right. So it looks like Shrump. You've got you're first in the turn order, so you may go ahead and act. level 13 characters.
I'm gonna move up a little.
Alright. You get 30 feet of movement. You charging in or what?
Oh, I'm gonna stand right here and take a defensive stand for the moment.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so that'll be your action and your movement. And you can go ahead and pass the puck when you were done.
Okay.
Alright, Widow, you're up now.
Get it?
Can't
Puck.
Yeah,
I assassinate
Widow,
with a bow? I don't know that I can. I don't think I can.
I don't see why you can't.
Alright.
Unless it specifically says melee
look it up.
weapon. I don't
They're
I think
used
it's
to being
anything.
in melee. Assassinate, there it is.
Any creature that has not had an attack.
Yeah, it doesn't specify, so.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So I'm gonna. My thing.
I think they pretty much did away with all of that kind of stuff in 5e. Oh, very nice. Holy crap. Very nice crit there. Look at that, right off the bat. Alright, go ahead and let's have some damage on that bad boy.
I gotta get all my.
And every time someone gets
Stuff
a
up
crit,
here.
everybody gets 10 XP. So, don't forget to bid on tonight's game, which is Worms, an $8 game. And you guys can bid on that until the end of the game tonight.
Alright, here we go.
Wes is at 50. Take your time, no rush. Alright, look at all that damage while I'm 6-sided. Wow, very nice roll. You didn't have anything under a 3. You did a total of 69 damage to the Earth
Whoa.
Elemental.
Yeah, I just aimed down my sights at this thing. I'm looking right between where I suspect its eyes might be.
Yeah.
And pull back the string, just kind of take a breath and release it. And
Yeah.
just let that thing just whistles down the hall right past Shrump's ear and plows right into that thing.
It does, and as it embeds into and takes out quite a bit of those rocks and whatnot, you think that even though that's probably one of the better shots that you've actually had with your bow, but it seems like it just wasn't as effective as it normally probably would on say like a human.
Goddamn resistance to edged weapons.
I mean, it's a giant rock. I think
Yes.
shooting an arrow into a rock doesn't make a lot of sense.
But you know
whatever.
what? I had no choice at this particular
No, I
moment.
get it. I get it.
Go ahead and make your movements and pass the puck, and we will we'll go ahead and
I
continue.
have passed the puck. I'm moving.
Okay.
I looked at Widow at that moment and I said, you know how close it was next to my ears?
Yes, and your point?
Oh, I get it. Your point.
My point is, what if it was the back of my head?
How? I don't see the downside.
Yeah, I think you go up to intelligent points.
I think she means she wants you to fall in a way that traps or blocks the hallway
All right.
when
So
you die.
all of a sudden, off of the side of the room, a fire elemental appears, and pretty much in this area here, and it lashes out at you with this, really long, extending what appears to be like a hand coming out to attack you and to touch you.
I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. But go ahead.
No problem. Take your time. All right. So the first attack is a horrible miss by the elemental, and that is it. It forfeits the rest of its attacks, and we will move on to Tiberius. You're up now, sir.
So 2 rolls, 1 crit, 1 fumble.
That
Absolutely
sucks, huh?
perfect.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, Dave, is for my bonus action. I'm gonna do Shield of Faith on Lord's on Shrump, and the Shield of Faith will so basically like a shimmering field surrounds Lord, and it'll reduce his armor class.
I'd love that spell.
So now he has, I think, an armor class of 2, or here, I'll read it to you. It's a shimmering field appears and surrounds the creature
It
of your
increases
choice within
it.
range, granting it a +2 bonus to armor class for the duration.
Yeah.
So the duration's 10 minutes.
It'll automatically adjust his armor class when you drop
Okay.
that on there. So
Okay,
Now
yeah,
it-
so
yeah,
Okay.
it'll take
Alright,
his
so-
20 AC that he has and basically make it a 22 now, or it should anyways. So, all
all
right.
right, fantastic.
Anything else for you, Mr. Tiberius?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is that was my bonus action.
Yep.
I'm not going to move up because I'm not an idiot. But now that I can see the edge of this fire and elemental just peeking around the corner,
Yeah, it came around the
I'm gonna-
corner. Yeah, right.
I'm going to unload my
center.
crossbow, because I know for a fact that fire elementals will take a little bit more damage from a crossbow than a rock elemental. I don't know that. I'm just trying to make fun of Widow.
You definitely know that this is the source of
Boo,
the actual
bitches!
light.
Oh, sorry, Dave. I got a little excited.
No, it's okay. Very nice critical hit.
All right.
All right, so as the elemental comes around the corner, it basically makes everything super brightly lit now, and you unleash your crossbow bolts down the hall, zigzagging between Widow, between Shrump, and strikes the elemental. And
I made sure
I'm back.
I made
Nice
sure
hit.
I shot that crossbow bolt so it just barely missed Shrump's ear. He could hear it like a bee through his ear,
Sure.
just to prove to
Really,
him.
Tiberius?
Hey, it's an incredible shot. It's an absolute natural 20. So it exactly what I was aiming for. I was aiming for the nostril of that flame elemental, and it just launched right into that guy's nose. It's just stuck there, slowly burning.
Yeah, well, yeah, as his arrow comes by, I mean, he's already, Shrump's already sweating anyway from this elemental that's standing basically toe-to-toe with him. He's already sweating because of that. You can feel the heat coming off of it. And, now it's really, super bright down the hallway. That's definitely the source of the light that was coming from this room. And your arrow strikes it pretty nicely. Anything else for you?
No, I'm
I
done.
see.
I end
Yeah,
my turn.
I see that you moved it to next actor of the Earth Elemental. So we will go ahead and
End it there.
yeah, we are. We're going to go ahead and take the Earth Elemental. He's going to take this boulder that he has, and he is going to try to chuck it past the Fire Elemental and hit. Basically, he's going to try to hit Shrump with this. We'll see if it works.
Incoming!
Oh, he misses as the boulder smashes off of the wall, and then he takes another one and hurls it again. As he does like a light roar, and throws the boulder again. Hitting with the second, he actually strategically hit the wall, sort of like playing pinball. And the boulder bounces off of the angled wall and comes back and gets past Shrump's defenses and poof, gives him a hit. All right, let's give you some bludgeoning damage from that. You've absorbed it. You've absorbed some of it, but you are hit. All right, so now we've got let's
Is
see.
it only
they.
got?
Ooh, nice.
Don't taunt the elementals, please.
Sounds like it possibly says something. Yes, Faye.
What language is it speaking? I know like 9 languages.
Let's see if you speak it. I'll take a look at your sheet.
Just make up a language, Dave.
No, I'm not.
Elemental speak.
Definitely not making it up. You do not. No, I didn't think anybody had this
Oh.
language.
Yeah, it's summon speak. You don't know it.
You do not understand this language.
Alright.
No, Ben. There's
Alright,
it was already an illuminated area, so it wouldn't be that
magic
that right to
missile
where it would
that I need to
blind
study
them.
more.
So
Yet even more.
definitely a nice variable, but not
So
in
I
this
cast
case.
a magic missile at the fire elemental.
Okay. Fire away with your force magic. Use the force, Luke.
Well, the only other thing I have is a firebolt, so I don't think it would work on a fire elemental. Just common sense.
Yeah, the fire elementals.
I feel like it might heal it.
They're definitely immune to fire. You would know that for sure. You definitely know. I mean, that's just kind of general. You don't attack a fire. General knowledge, adventuring 101. Never attack a fire elemental with fire.
Right.
It would be one of those situations where here's your sign.
Yeah.
Nice. As your bolts, would you use a level
I used
level 2? Yeah, 4
used to.
darts. They weave their way in between both Shrump and Widow and strike the target. And you can see that it absorbs the orbs and actually makes it kind of stagger back a little bit. Anything else for you?
No.
All right,
I feel pleased with the reaction though.
Shrump, you're up.
I see that fire elemental in front of me, and I'm feeling pretty hot by now.
I should give him some
I'm saying, he has to go.
sunglasses. Good idea, Ben.
Sword.
All right, Shrump. 16 versus the fire elemental is a hit. Feel free to do some damage. 16 damage on your first swing.
And
It seems like, actually, with your silvered and adamantine weapons, it seems like you actually did quite a significant amount of damage to it. So
I see
feel
it,
free to attack again.
staggering a little bit.
Yeah,
So, you want to get more?
it says something. All right, so you hit the elemental again.
Yeah.
It appears to be in a... You've kind of broken the form of it with your second attack. Feel free
I
to...
see this starting to, yeah, how must I say it? Start to stumble. If it was a normal,
It's in a weakened condition, basically.
yeah, I mean stumble around like if it's heavily wounded.
Yeah, it's definitely
Time
wounded
to
for
finish
sure.
this.
Oh. Wow, nice crit.
Boom!
Holy shit. That's
Way to-
the third crit of the night so far for our
That's
adventurers. Well,
I
it's
love
been
the way
a while.
he Babe Ruth pointed to the fence with that one. Time to finish this, and then he rolls a 20.
Yeah, so he slashes and does some more damage. Rolls horrible though, but 15 damage.
Roll horrible damage.
Yeah, horrible damage, but especially being an orc, you get to roll the extra die plus the crit, and you roll 1, 1, and 4. I should give you a crit miss for that, but anyways, 15 more slashing damage on the fire elemental, and it is it's definitely less than 50% health. I mean, it's in its weakened condition, so go ahead and pass it when you're done there, Mr. Shrump, unless you want to move, and I'll give you that attack of opportunity. I'd love to do that for you.
No. Under this moment.
You guys are level 13, man. You guys are super high level. All right, Widow, what say you?
Well, I'm a little frustrated because I'm being bottlenecked in here and I can't really get to this thing.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have to fire at it again with my short bow.
you're gonna fire at the
Crossbow
the
with the
fire
with the fire elemental. this
Sure
time.
thing. Don't miss too bad, because if you miss too bad, you may
Literally right behind
you,
Shrump.
you
so.
may hit an orc if you miss. So, but you know, with your skill and precisionness, you hit the fire elemental quite easily. So you may roll damage.
So I get sneak attack since he's engaging it, or-
You do get sneak attack. Yeah.
All right, I can't fathom the idea of sneak attacking with a bow, but okay, here we go.
Okay. It's D&D 5e. We can house roll it to where it would be melee only. I mean, I originally wanted to do that anyway. And you would have to have some kind of flanking maneuver, but too many people cried about that, so I decided not to do it.
God, that is some piss poor.
26. 26 more damage. The fire elemental is definitely in pretty bad shape, so take any other movement you want and feel free to pass it when you are ready to pass it. All right, so the fire elemental is going to lash out twice on the fighter here in front of us. First attack is a 22, and that is a hit. We have to take this. Oh no, it's
That's a miss because I have
because of the shield of faith. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
that's right.
concentrating on his shield and keeping this shimmering
Yeah.
ball around him to try to deflect any attacks that are coming towards him.
I don't know why I was thinking it was just one round, but yeah, you
10
you are
minutes.
definitely missed. So let's go with the second attack. Whoops, that was a noob mistake on my part. And the second attack is a miss. Alright, so we are going to go with Tiberius next. So you're still concentrating on your spell.
Yeah, so it's a concentration spell, so that I'm unable to really cast any other spell that's a concentration spell. So last time I unloaded my crossbow, I don't think I'm really going to get away with that this time. But I will take
Yeah, pretty much that's it, bud.
you know, I'll ready an
Smoke
action.
coming out of it, more embers
if
being
I
thrown
see
out.
the
Its form not as
edge
full
of
as
the
it was.
rock elemental break the plane here and kind of try to come into the doorway, I figure I'll shoot my crossbow
I love it.
my cantrip, my fire cantrip at him.
Now you're shooting through. Okay, so you're doing a dexterity saving throw, right?
Sacred flame, yeah. So that would be that one. But that's only on a reaction if I can see that guy coming through. So, and I'm not going to move, and I'm going to maintain my concentration on that spell.
Yeah, the element, the fire elemental, isn't as bright, and you can actually see more pieces of ember, more pieces of charcoal being flung out of it, because it doesn't have the form as it once had when it first started attacking. So, all right.
So I advanced the turn token, the turn tracker.
All right. Let's go with the earth elemental. Let's see if the earth elemental can lob 2 rocks strategically and hit. Let's see if it can hit our tank again.
Bring it on.
First throw is a miss, and the second throw, oh man, is definitely a miss. Well, you guys are doing all the crits, and the elementals are doing all of the crit fumbles.
I love the way that we just pumped Shrump up, and he's now this gigantic armor. He's like a humongous meat shield that's just slowly working his way up the column of the hallway.
Vey, you are up.
Alright, I decide to try something else.